You're probably wondering why I'm standing here with a jar of pickles. And no, this isn't some TikTok fad where you only eat pickles to lose weight. This little jar represents the one mindset and nutrition hack that finally helped me and my clients stop falling off track. I call it the pickle method. And in this next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, why it works, and how you can start using it to break the start-stop cycle for good. If you're watching this, I'm going to guess something about you. You already know a lot about weight loss. You've counted points, tried the Peloton, maybe even had a personal trainer, but you can't seem to stay consistent. And every time you fall off, you feel like, can I just stick to it? And honestly, it's not your fault. Because the problem isn't knowing what to do, it's having a plan and a system that's so simple, enjoyable, and supportive that you actually want to stick with it. And that's exactly why I created the pickle method. My unique 4-pillar approach to weight loss for busy women who have a million things on their plate and zero time for overcomplicated meal plans or 2-hour gym sessions, and have already tried various other methods for weight loss. Because unlike these diet and fitness fads, my tactic is for those who want long-term results. And in this video, I'm going to break down my unique 4-step pickle method and how you can start implementing it today to see some real results. So let's dive in.
Hi, I'm Coach Chelsea. I've been a women's weight loss coach for more than 10 years and have helped hundreds of women finally lose the weight for good and feel confident in their bodies again. And I love that I get to do that. Because as you can see in this picture here, I was once like you. I gained more than 30 pounds after having my daughter, and for the first time in my life, I was struggling with weight loss. I felt so disgusted by myself and had no energy. I had no confidence anymore. And therefore, every area of my life was just kind of dark during that time. However, it was during that time that I came up with my unique approach. And I thank God every day that He brought me to this so I can help other women who are struggling just like I was. So let's dive in. So step one to my 4-pillar process is dialing in your nutrition plan to fit into your life and your preferences. Here's the deal. You don't need to cut carbs, give up chocolate, or eat chicken and broccoli every day to lose weight. I help you build a high protein, satisfying meal plan that fits your life and keeps you in that calorie deficit without feeling deprived. We use strategies like my pickle trick and other volume foods, meaning you can eat more food while still losing weight. The reason most women give up on their weight loss journey is because they're trying to completely change their diet and lifestyle rather than just simply adjusting what they're already doing. And as you can imagine, that's a lot more difficult to change your whole life than to just make adjustments. For example, here's my client, Warda. She was living off salad and tuna, eating foods she didn't necessarily enjoy because she thought that's what she had to do. She'd stick with it for a few weeks, lose a few pounds, but then give up because she wasn't enjoying life. So when we started working together, we adjusted her diet to fit her personal calorie needs, addressed her unique challenges, and then gave her the flexibility to enjoy any foods she wanted while still staying on track with her goals. And as you can see here, she's lost over 40 pounds and continues to crush it. Step two is realistic workouts that fit your lifestyle. The key here is realistic. If you're not currently working out, it's insane to think you'd be able to go from couch potato to marathon runner overnight, right? And that's what most women are doing. But in all reality, weight loss is 80% your diet anyway. So going all hard in the gym really isn't the answer. It'll just leave you burnt out and even more frustrated than you were before. So instead, we program workouts that fit within your time frame, your current fitness goals, and your current fitness level. We can always scale them up as you begin to lose weight and get more consistent and get more comfortable. So whether you work out at home or in the gym, we keep them short, effective, and strength focused. Usually 30 minutes or less, 3 to 4 days per week is all you need. No intimidating routines, no spending hours you don't have, just smart progressions that actually get you stronger, leaner, and feeling good in your body. And then step 3 is high touch coaching and accountability. Most people don't fail because they don't know enough. I mean, come on, we are living in chat GPT ages here. You can literally Google anything and get the information that you need. I mean, you know how to lose weight and get fit. You just don't know how to actually be able to do it and for long enough to see results. That's where the high touch strategy comes into effect. Most coaches and programs, like even Weight Watchers and Peloton, are lacking this high touch personal connection with their customers. And that's why a lot of women who try these strategies struggle to keep the weight off long term. And that's the honest to God truth as to why the women who do invest in themselves and go all in are the ones who are successful. It's not voodoo magic, it's not another pyramid scheme or supplement that you're missing. It's just that you need support from a human being. Sorry, ChatGPT. I mean, as you can see here, my girl Monica said, I am happy to report that since working with you, my cholesterol has dropped 21 points and triglycerides have dropped by 47 points, which is amazing for her because her main goal was to lower her cholesterol as her family has a very high risk for heart disease. And my girl Nicole here on the left says, I'm honestly still shocked on all the progress I've made and how I've went down 2 shirt sizes. And she's a busy working mom of 2, and even she couldn't believe how doable this actually was for her. And she continues to rock it. And here in the middle is my girl Ria. We will talk more about Ria later, actually. But she says, girl, I am still getting to know her, meaning her new self. I feel really confident, and I'm so glad you're here. Because she has literally never had anyone help guide her in the way that we were able to before. And then finally on the right, my girl Lisa says, it's so crazy to me how people think the only way to lose is by restricting. I lived my entire life thinking that. And now she's down 20 pounds, or maybe closer to 25 at this point, actually. But yeah, she's not restricting anymore, and it's honestly blowing her mind how this is working. And I just want to highlight Jenny here for a second. She was so scared to invest in herself, she actually almost backed out. But 4 months later, she said this was the best decision she's ever made because she's not only lost over 50 pounds total and continues to lose, but she said working with someone to help her get back on track and knowing with 100% certainty that what she was doing was in fact what she needed to be doing in order to be successful is why she's here today. And now it's been almost a year later since we worked together and she's still keeping the weight off. And she's only 21 years old. Now, typically I only work with women over 30 just because I find that those are the ones who really need this type of help. But she came to us with so much grief about her situation, so much passion to make a change that we were more than happy to work with her. So even if she can take that big step towards success at 21, so can you. And then lastly, the final step to it all, and probably the one you've all been waiting for, is my unique pickle method. And this is actually a unique consistency strategy. I termed it the pickle method because, oddly enough, pickles were the thing that worked for me. And they're one of my go-to tools for helping my clients crush cravings without blowing their calorie budget. And of course, like I said, I came up with that myself when I was trying to lose weight. Okay, so quick story time. A little backstory. This was me 10 years ago. I had totally lost myself after becoming a mom at the young age of 21. I was in kind of a bad situation, both in my relationship and life, just in general. So, like a lot of people, I turned to food for comfort. And that's how I ended up 30 pounds overweight and absolutely disgusted by what I saw in the mirror. And that's actually when I discovered my pickle method because I had already invested in workout apps and other fancy things that had promised me some quick, easy results, but nothing worked, at least not long term. And as a nutritionist myself, of course I knew what to do. I knew the key was just sticking to it. So I found a way to stay consistent, found my how, which was pickles, because my biggest struggle wasn't staying within my calorie budget during the day. It was more so sticking to it at night when all the calories had been used for the day and I was hungry and just ready to binge. So the pickles helped me to do that, and that's what worked for me. But the real secret is that I help you find your version of the pickle trick. Whether that's a go-to late night snack strategy, pre-logging meals so you're never caught off guard, or having a set of anchor habits that kind of stop that self-sabotage, It's unique to you, and what we do is we help you find it, address it, and then come up with a strategy to overcome it. No other program takes the time to do this. And it's the reason my clients stay consistent long enough to actually see lasting results. So if you can find your how, you can crack the code to staying consistent and finally reaching those goals for good. Like Ria, I mentioned we'd come back to her. She struggled for years with late night snacking, emotional eating, things of that nature. But once we found her personal pickle method and then paired it with the other three pillars, she not only lost weight, but she finally felt in control of food again. She told me this was what finally made the difference and that losing weight felt so much easier than it ever had before.
So here's the thing. You can absolutely take what I've shared with you today and start implementing them for yourself and see some great results. But if you want the exact personalized plan, workouts, and consistency tactics that I give to my clients, plus the daily support that makes sticking with it almost effortless, then I'd love to chat with you. If you're tired of wasting money and time on quick fixes that just don't work, and starting over every Monday is getting old, then this is your moment to break that cycle. And who better to help you than someone who's been through it themselves? Now, since I do pride myself on how high touch my coaching program really is, I'm only able to open a few new client spots each month. So this is only if you're super serious about making a real change and ready to finally go for it. So if that's you and you want one of those spots, book a call on my calendar below or send me a DM with the word ready, and we'll set you up with a quick, no pressure chat to see if it's a fit. You've got nothing to lose. We'll chat, and at the very least, I'll give you some helpful tips to help move you along the way. Excited to make you my next client success story.